It's also that I have already seen this, by the way. There's not really much to it. I think it looks generally about what I would expect. I'm impressed they're able to actually do any of this at all. So I guess we'll see how it ends up coming together. Like when I was reading this, I'm like, there's no way they can do this. But you know what? They did the rumbling well, so I guess I'll see how they do this. The thing I'm just most interested in is, okay, there's a few things. One is how they're gonna, if they're gonna add a bit more clarity to the Ymir thing. I'm not sure if I want more clarity. But undeniably, they already have added more clarity, and I made a whole video about it. What is it? This one, what does Ymir want? This video was about how the anime added clarity to the Ymir thing already. So I'm interested to see if they do if they're actually as genius as I think they are, especially Hayashi, I think was his name, Hayashi AOT. If he truly is the director that I hope he is, and is paying enough attention to detail, which I think he is because he included the final panel in Memories of the Future, so I think he really is paying a lot of attention to the series, or maybe he's getting like notes from Isayama to include these things. I am interested to see to see petals, or flames burning, because there was that contrast they did in that episode where it was like the rising embers of her village and the falling celebratory petals of the love thing. They have to show petals when Mikasa and Ymir are talking, because that will make it so clear as to what is going on. Anyway. And then, I don't know, what else do I want to see? I will rate this episode as a special, like a 2 out of 10, if they do not include the time skip at the end that was like a volume bonus. That time skip has to be there. And I don't mean the theater thing at the end. I mean the like the tree growing and the boy going to the end of the to the new tree that sprouted in the giant forest. They have to include that. If they don't, I'm gonna be incredibly upset with the episode. And if they don't include the cinema scene, I'm also going to be very disappointed, because I think there is a way to tie that in thematically, which will strike very poignantly, I think, when you get to the end of the episode, as like a reflection on the entire series. So I just hope they actually include that cinema scene in the future. But I can understand if they didn't want to put that in, but I think it would be really good. But other than that, majority of it is just fighting. I guess I am excited because this episode will contain, I guess, my top 3 chapters of all time, which is 134, I guess half of it, which will include those panels, the famous panels of the Titans that are killing the people or stampeding them and trapping them in corners and stuff. I'm excited for that. Then there's chapter 138, which is my second favorite chapter, which is obviously the big Mikasa thing at the end. So much great stuff in that chapter. I guess also the Titans saving the baby. I guess the proving that the baby survives, I think, is also in that chapter. That was really great. And of course, my third favorite chapter in Attack on Titan, chapter 139, which I don't know what to say. I don't know how they're going to adapt, like what they're going to change, what they're not going to change. I am very interested to see. But let me read some chat and then I'll say what else I'm thinking. If there is anything. Sure looks like Mappa AOT. I mean, literally everything in this trailer is CG, so... And if you don't like CG, I guess you're not going to like this. I guess this Ymir thing's not CG, but everything else is basically CG. So it really just comes down to if you like the Mappa CG style or if you prefer the Wit CG style, and I much prefer the Mappa one, that's for sure. Best ending would have been Eren is actually in Warhammer Titan Capsulum parody and hugs his child. I remember reading those theories when the final chapter was coming out. Like the theory was that there was like this giant long trail going from the back of the giant founding Titan all the way back to Paradis, like under the ocean, and everywhere he walked he was leading a trail so that his real body was there and hugging his story or something for the new reincarnation of her old girlfriend Ymir in her child. It was gonna be strange. I don't know. I'm glad it ended the way it did. One thing I would actually legitimately be excited to see more information on would be the Shining Centipede. I know a lot of people don't care, but for me that was the one let down in 139, was that we just didn't get any more subtle hints as to what it was. But I guess it was redeemed in the bonus pages, I guess, because the forest did spring up from this Shining Centipede. I don't know. We'll see. The whole final arc is bad. If you, I don't know. I'm sure there are people who think that. Maybe Miller thinks that. And I assume maybe you think that, or maybe you're messing with me. I don't know. But I just can't. Like, the things we like about AOT are so drastically different that I can't even possibly imagine why you would think that the final arc is bad. I don't know. Unless you just don't like the ending and therefore the entire last arc is bad. I could understand that at least. Oh, Aaron should have won. Okay, there we go. All right, fair enough. You prefer map or CGI? What do you prefer, the wit CGI? Go ahead, find me your favorite wit CGI shot, and then I'll put it on screen and we can have a look at it. All right. I'd take 3 wit CGI colossal shots over an entire season. Yeah, true. God, remember that? Oh God, remember that Wit Studio CG colossal? God, it was so beautiful. Actually, this one looked okay. If that's CG, did that even move? I think that was a static shot, wasn't it? This is the one I'm thinking of. Look at this beauty. My God, look at this. Jesus. I guess it's not really that much. This is the best the Colossal Titan has ever looked, but I guess they put a lot of effort into this because it was the first shot. God, what a cool scene this was. God. I wonder if, what was his name? How do you say it in English? The Arifumi Imai. I wonder if he did this scene because it looked really good. Everything after Paths is bad. True. That's a good point. Remember how cool Rod Rice looked when he spilled his guts? Was that also CG? Maybe I'm like misremembering the AOT CG. I can't watch the scene, I guess, but Rod Rice Titan. I guess he was CG when he was moving, but was this like a CG shot? Here it is. Is that CG? That's some really good CG, if that is. Like, it looks really good, at least. If that is CG, then I can see that is some very good CG, right? It wasn't CG when he stood up, looked good. Alright, yeah, fair enough, alright. The point is Wit only use CG sometimes. Oh, I understand your point, okay. Yeah, the issue is, obviously, this final arc, there's just no way. They would have to do CG, right? Like, even in the second final arc, like in, Season 3, Part 2, like, they even had to use CG for a single Colossal Titan. Like, what would they be doing for this rumbling? Like, I got no idea. It'd be insane, right? One Piece has never used CG for giants. They need to stop being lazy. One Piece is made by, what, the biggest anime studio in the world? I don't know, and it is their #1 priority? I don't know. Wait, Toei Animation. Do they even have how would I even find out, like, what the biggest anime studio in the world? Oh, Sunrise. I guess technically Sunrise, yeah. Isn't Sunrise related to Toei somehow? Wait, I guess I have the thing up. Toei is a shareholder in the Japanese anime satellite network with other anime. Okay, so it's just in collaboration with them. Okay, interesting. Top 10, best known. I don't want the best known. I want the biggest. I don't know, whatever. I'll have to figure it out. It would have to, you'd probably measure by what? Revenue? Not income. Oh, is income and revenue? They're not the same thing. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Anyway, I hate the style of fights nowadays where it's so erratic that you can't tell what's going on. Well, do I have a show for you? Jujutsu Kaisen. The latest episode. Absolutely atrocious. Couldn't tell a single thing that was going on. But it was the most beautiful episode this season, potentially. It looked really good. If only I could actually see what looked good, you know? Jesus. You know what? Let's compare this to Mappa. You know, a relatively young studio. Maybe they don't actually publish their revenue. I don't know. Their income or whatever. 135 million yen. No, it's US dollars in 2021. At least according to this website, 32 million. So they're pretty big then. 32 compared to Toei's 135. It's not bad. And then what's like a small one? Studio Bind. Yeah, oh no, it's equity. No, equity wouldn't include. What even is equity for an animation studio? Would it include the intellectual? I don't even know. I got no idea. Do we have any experts on like anime production in the chat? I don't know. But it moves a lot, so people will pretend to think it's good. Yeah, absolutely. I have a video that I'm gonna make on that cichlid. I talked about this way back in the day when I did you know what, we can even, I guess we can watch it. It's my stream, you know, I get to choose what we do here. Where was it? I would have talked about it in the Reincarnated as a Slime section, which would be in this video right here. Look at this. Animation. Yeah, here we go. Look at this. My God. We've replaced sections of the OP that were static with more dynamic elements and animated sections, probably due to getting more time to work on it. And it's just worse. More animation does not make something better by default. A static image with interesting art, framing, and cinematography can be way better than a bland, out-of-place action piece with the best animation you've ever seen. There you go. All right. Movement, not good. I'll make a video about it one day because it really annoys me when people say stuff like that. Anyway. Okay. Well, AOT trailer. I can cross that off my giant list here. AOT coming up. Let's see how many people are excited for it. My anime list. Upcoming airing? Wait, is that airing right now? Oh no, I guess the dub just started airing. Top upcoming anime. It's not even on here. Crazy. It's fallen off. Attack. Oh, Shingeki. Oh, not even here. Maybe it's not allowed to be here for some reason. But he got the date, right? November 4th, so who knows. Mushoku Tensei Episode 9 versus Jujutsu Kaisen Episode 7. So Episode 9 was the Nanahoshi one, which I think looked really good. JJK Episode 7, so 5, 6, 7. That would be the latest one, I think. Little movement versus movement all the time. Which one do you think looks better? I hit undeniably when there's little movement. Movement all the time only works if the directing is interesting, or if the like just basically to me movement means nothing. Movement is just a byproduct of like other things that can be good or bad. Just because there's movement, you can't say whether something is good or bad, in my opinion. And that's a perfect example where Mushoku Tensei episode 9, where there's like basically no movement. It's one scene, basically two people talking, but just the shots, the storyboarding, the use of music, like all these things go together and make Mushoku Tensei episode 9 way better, visual, like in terms of like, what do you even say? Like, I would usually say production, but there's probably some better word. Like visually make it better, but I guess you also include the audio, so you can't just say visually. I don't know. Then episode 7 of Jujutsu Kaisen. The best looking anime are PowerPoint presentations. Yeah, probably unironically true. As long as if it all comes, like for instance, if you have a PowerPoint presentation, which is just like those still frames in Berserk 97, but you've got good music, you've got good voice acting, you've got they have to be interesting slides in the PowerPoints. Unironically, I think I would probably enjoy that more than some anime where it's like constant sakuga, but of like really boring things that it just not is portrayed in an interesting looking way. And it's like hard to follow and things like that. But oh my god, there's so much movement, you know? Do you have any thoughts about the fans who want anime original ending for AOT? About those, I mean, I have thoughts about the fans, and I have thoughts about the actual idea of changing the ending. When it comes to the fans, I think generally they're ending haters who just want to see something good in their opinion, which is like fair enough, but obviously I love the ending of AOT, so I would never want to change it. However, an anime original ending of AOT would be amazing, just for the, like, what it would do to the fandom. For the rest of time, it would shatter the fandom into like all these different groups of people. I would love to see it. Yeah, I don't know. That would be really fun. But then obviously they're not going to do it. Everything in this trailer is dead on for like how the manga ends. They've set it up perfectly. That one frame in Memories of the Future. The stuff they added to the Gimbir episode. They're absolutely not changing anything. I would put all my money on that. They might like flesh out a few things, but there's not like some major change to like the overall plot or anything like that. No shot you think All Might is the best MHA character. So there's something you have to know about me, which is that